Hi there. Chris asked me if I was going to leave my hat on, and I said, "Well, I don't know, but I've got hat hair from having worn it outside." Chris and I went for a hike today. Not really a hike, a walk, but we took a trail, and it was an easy trail, but it was nice. It was cool. We just bundled up and went. So nice to see the sunshine, and I'm in the mood to get out there and walk a little bit. So it was nice for us to go. We decided we're going to try and do a lot of different trails in our area this year, maybe each weekend try to go someplace. That would be good. And so we're going to continue today with our reading of Genesis, and we're on chapter 46. And yesterday, uh, Joseph revealed himself to his brothers and sent them home to get the father and their families and to pack everything up and to bring them back to Egypt because the famine was going to be going on for another 5 years. And he wanted them to be close enough by to be taken care of and to have the food supplies that they need. So let us begin with our proclamation. We trust in the Lord with all our heart and lead not on our own understanding. In all our ways we acknowledge him, and he will make our paths straight. All right. Chapter 46. So Israel, remember his name's also Jacob. So Israel set out with all Israel set out with all that was his, and when he reached Beersheba, he offered sacrifices to the God of his father Isaac. And God spoke to Israel in a vision that night and said, "Jacob, Jacob." "Here I am," he replied. "I am God, the God of your father," he said. "Do not be afraid to go down to Egypt, for I will make you into a great nation there. I will go down to Egypt with you, and I will surely bring you back again, and Joseph's own hand will close your eyes." Then Jacob left Beersheba. When Israel's sons took their father Jacob and their children and their wives in the carts that Pharaoh had sent to transport them, they also took with them their livestock and the possessions they had acquired in Canaan. And Jacob and all his offspring went to Egypt. He went with he went I'm sorry. He took with him to Egypt his sons and his grandsons and his daughters and granddaughters, all of his offspring. These are the names of the sons of Israel, Jacob and his descendants who went to Egypt. So now we're going to have a long list of names, but there's more reading after that, so don't check out on me. Reuben, the firstborn of Jacob. The sons of Reuben were Hanok, Palu, Hezron, and Carmi. The sons of Simeon are Jemuel, Jamin, Ohad, Jachin, Zohar, and Shul, the son of a Canaanite woman. The sons of Levi were Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. The sons of Judah are Onan, Shelah, Perez, and Zerah. But and Onan had died in the land of Canaan. We read their story back, remember? The sons of Perez were Hezron and Hamul. The sons of Ishkar are Tola, Puah, Jashub, and Shimron. And the sons of Zebulun were Sered, Elan, and Jalil. These were the sons of Leah, born to Jacob in Padan Aram, besides his daughter Dinah. These sons and daughters of his were 33 in all. She had 33 kids? How'd she do that? Unless they're counting her maidservant or something. I was like, okay, let me just read that again. These were the sons Leah bore to Jacob in Padan Aram, besides his daughter Dinah. These sons and the daughters of his were 33 in all. I guess I don't understand that. Okay. The sons of Gad were Zephron. Maybe they're counting grandchildren. Okay. The sons of Gad were Zephon, Haggai, Shuni, Esbon, Eri, Arodi, and Areli. Oh, I wonder if they were twins. Their names are very similar. The sons of Asher were Imnah, Ishva, Ishvi, and Beriah. and their sister was Sarah. The sons of Beriah were Heber. Okay, see, they are counting grandchildren. The sons of Beriah were Heber and Machir. These are the children born to Jacob by Zilpah, whom Laban had given to his daughter Leah, 16 in all. The sons of Jacob's wife Rachel, Joseph, and Benjamin. In Egypt, Manasseh and Ephraim. They had it cut on 2 pages. In Egypt, Manasseh and Ephraim were born to Joseph by Asenath, daughter of Potiphera, priest of On. The sons of Benjamin were Bela, Becher, Ashbel, Gera, Naam, Ehi, Rosh, Mupim, Hupim, and Ard. These were the sons of Rachel who were born to Jacob, 14 in all. The son of Dan, Hushim. The sons of Naphtali, Jeziel, Guni, Jezer, and Shalim. These were the sons born to Jacob by Bilhah, whom Laban had given to his daughter Rachel, 7 in all. All those who went to Egypt with Jacob, those who were his direct descendants, not counting his sons' wives, numbered 66 persons. With the 2 sons who had been born to Joseph in Egypt, the members of Jacob's family which went to Egypt were 70 in all. Now Jacob sent Judah ahead of him to Joseph to get directions to Goshen. When they arrived in the region of Goshen, Joseph had his chariot made ready and went to Goshen to meet his father Israel. As soon as Joseph appeared before him, he threw his arms around his father and wept for a long time. Israel said to Joseph, "Now I am ready to die, since I have seen for myself that you are still alive." Israel said to Joseph, "Now I am ready to die." Oh, I just read that again. I'm sorry, I glanced up. I'll just go ahead and read it. "Now I'm ready to die, since I have seen for myself that you are still alive." Then Joseph said to his brothers and to his father's household, "I will go up and speak to Pharaoh, and will say to him, 'My brothers and my father's household, who were living in the land of Canaan, have come to me. The men are shepherds. They tend livestock, and they have brought along their flocks and herds and everything they own. When Pharaoh calls you in and asks, 'What is your occupation?' you should answer, 'Your servants have tended livestock from our boyhood on, just as our fathers did.' Then you will be allowed to settle in the region of Goshen, for all shepherds are detestable to the Egyptians." Interesting. So they want to be out of the way and close, but not too close, and far, but not too far. Close enough to get food, but far enough to be away from the Egyptians. That's interesting. So they're kind of working with each other there. I could read 47, but it looks like a long one. Should we keep going today? Should we keep going? Yeah, why not? We'll keep going. Joseph went and told Pharaoh, "My fathers and brothers with their flocks and herds and everything they own have come from the land of Canaan, and now in Goshen." He chose 5 of his brothers and presented them before Pharaoh. Pharaoh asked the brothers, "What is your occupation?" "Your servants are shepherds," they replied to Pharaoh, "just as our fathers were." They also said to him, "We have come to live here a while because the famine is severe in Canaan, and your servants' flocks have no pasture. So now, please, let your servants settle in Goshen." Pharaoh said to Joseph, "Your father and your brothers have come to you, and the land of Egypt is before you. Settle your father and your brothers in the best part of the land. Let them live in Goshen. And if you know of any among them with special ability, put them in charge of your own livestock." Then Joseph brought his father Jacob in and presented him before Pharaoh. After Jacob blessed Pharaoh, and Pharaoh asked him, "How old are you?" And Jacob said to Pharaoh, "The years of my pilgrimage are 130. My years have been few and difficult, and they do not equal the years of the pilgrimage of my fathers." Then Jacob blessed Pharaoh and went out from his presence. So Joseph settled his father and his brothers in Egypt and gave them property in the best part of the land, the district of Ramses, as Pharaoh directed. Joseph also provided his father and his brothers and all his father's household with food according to the number of their children. There was no food, however, in the whole region because the famine was severe. Both Egypt and Canaan wasted away because of the famine. Joseph collected all the money that was to be found in Egypt and Canaan in payment for the grain they were buying, and he brought it to Pharaoh's palace. When the money of the people of Egypt and Canaan was gone, all Egypt came to Joseph and said, "Give us food. Why should we die before your eyes? Our money is used up." "Then bring your livestock," said Joseph. "I will sell you food in exchange for your livestock, since your money is gone." So they brought their livestock to Joseph, and he gave them food in exchange for their horses, their sheep and goats, their cattle and donkeys. And he brought them through that year with food in exchange for all their livestock. When that year was over, they came to him the following year and said, "We cannot hide from our Lord the fact that since our money is gone and our livestock belongs to you, there is nothing left for our Lord except our bodies and our land. Why should we perish before your eyes, we and our land as well? Buy us and our land in exchange for food, and we, with our land, will be in bondage to Pharaoh. Give us seed so that we may live and not die, and that the land may not become desolate." So Joseph bought all the land in Egypt for Pharaoh. The Egyptians, one and all, sold their fields because the famine was too severe for them. The land became Pharaoh's, and Joseph reduced the people to servitude from one end of Egypt to the other. However, he did not buy the land of the priests because they received a regular allotment from Pharaoh and had food enough from the allotment Pharaoh gave them. That is why they did not sell their land. Joseph said to the people, "Now that I have bought you and your land today for Pharaoh, here is seed for you so you can plant the ground. But when the crop comes in, give a fifth of it to Pharaoh. The other 4/5 you may keep as seed for the fields and as food for yourselves and your households and your children." "You have saved our lives," they said. "May we find favor in the eyes of our Lord. We will be in bondage to Pharaoh." So Joseph established it as a law concerning land in Egypt, still in force today. Well, I don't know what today is. That a fifth of the produce belongs to Pharaoh. It was only the land of the priests that did not become Pharaoh's. Now the Israelites settled in Egypt in the region of Goshen. They acquired property there and were fruitful and increased greatly in number. Jacob lived in Egypt 17 years, and the years of his life were 147. When the time drew near for Israel to die, he called for his son Joseph and said to him, "If I have found favor in your eyes, put your hand under my thigh and promise that you will show me kindness and faithfulness. Do not bury me in Egypt, but when I rest with my fathers, carry me out of Egypt and bury me where they are buried." "I will do as you say," he said. "Swear to me," he said. Then Joseph swore to him, and Israel worshipped as he leaned on the top of his staff. That's interesting. I never paid much attention to the fact that Joseph was pretty shrewd. He was pretty shrewd. It wasn't just that, oh, we've got, we're going to save up enough grain to be able to feed people when it comes. It was they had to give they had to give everything. They had to give them all their money, all their cattle, all their land, and then themselves. They had to pay with their very lives because they would have died otherwise. I guess they realized that. They thought, well, it's better to do this than to die. But I had no idea how powerful Egypt became because of that. How, the Pharaoh, the government of Egypt, really became powerful once they gave everything over. I didn't know that. So it'll be interesting to see what happens after this. Marianne's here. Oh, she says, "Have a blessed resurrection. He is alive." Yes, he is indeed. Indeed, he is. That's right. And I found the letter that I wanted to share with you, but I want to do it in a separate video. I don't want to do it here because I don't want it to get buried. I'm going to do a reading of it. I don't know if it'll be today or tomorrow, and share it with a different title. It won't be part of the reading. It'll just be something to share. Talking about fairness. Life isn't fair. Life isn't fair. And I think it'll be good. It's a letter I wrote a long time ago to somebody, but it's worth sharing. And it's funny because I woke up during the night and I couldn't get back to sleep, and all I could think about was this topic. All I could think about was sharing with you how life isn't fair and the justice of God and what that looks like. And I think it'll be interesting. I hope everything I was thinking about during the night comes back because it was good. And you know how it is. Even though you think and think and think about things, if you fall back asleep, you lose it. So, but we've got the letter. So I hope you all have a very blessed Easter, Resurrection Sunday, and enjoy your time with family, church family, family, friends family, however you want to call it. And let us keep our eyes on him who did all that for us. Keep our eyes fixed on Jesus. So, all right, you guys have a good day. I'm going to scoot, and I will do a reading tomorrow. At least I'm planning on it. Oh, hi, Sherilyn. I just don't know that I'll be able to do it at 4:30 as long as we're home by then. But I think we're having dinner at 3, and it's a little bit of a hike to get there from here. So I don't know if it'll be 4:30. Might be a little bit later, but we'll keep going. So Sherilyn, what are you up to? You finally got some time off from work? She's here. Chris is here. Marianne's here. A few people. So, all right. Well, I guess we'll scoot then, since there's nothing coming up to discuss. And like I said, I will read this another time. You'll be tired now. Yeah, you got off from work. Good. It's about time. You've been working a lot. All right. You guys have a blessed day. Bye-bye.